Good evening. This is an impromptu live. I was supposed to do this morning, but I had company yesterday. I was supposed to do it Wednesday between 10 and 12. Things have changed. So I'm going to be discussing dating and finances right now. It's 9:02 p.m. Central Time, December 13th, 2022, 12 days before Christmas. How is everyone this evening? I hope everyone is well and fine. Um, yeah, this, yeah, I need to bring up my talking points, my notes regarding this one, because this happened over the weekend, last weekend. So I'm clicking on it and I'm waiting for it to be coming up. Okay, I pull it up too many times. All right. Yeah, yeah, dating and finances, and it's going to be like a story type live that it's going to be into a story. My topic today is about dating and finances. Over the weekend, last night to be exact, well, I can't say last night because last night was Monday, but the night that this happened, I unblocked a past associate of mine. His name is Ben. I was dating his play brother, James. Well, it's been over 10 plus years since I heard from him. Ben was dating someone last time I spoke to him, so he really wasn't thinking about me at the time. I was also dating other people too. So we talked the night that this happened for over 4 hours. He kept mentioning how long we were on the phone. For someone that hasn't spoke to someone in years, why would this be a problem? Also, he overtalked me throughout the conversation. He didn't allow me to talk. I had to interrupt him to say something. He wanted to come see me, but he didn't have the money for the bus ticket. That's red flag number one. You want to come see someone, but you don't have money for the bus ticket. You were out in Minnesota for I don't know how many years. You were working as a home health care. Why didn't you save money if you wanted to come see somebody? Why don't you have money? You're a man. A man should always have money in his pocket. What if you got stranded there? How were you going to get back to Chicago? So that's red flag number one. The person didn't want to purchase the ticket. He just went ahead and quickly bought it. So the person he lives with went ahead and bought the ticket spontaneously. Didn't give me time to think about it. Didn't give me time to, you know, discuss it with anybody for advice or whatever the reason. But just the simple fact that his friend purchased the ticket just spontaneously. I didn't say yes and I didn't say no that he can come by, and he wanted to come and live with me. It wasn't no visiting. He wanted to come and live with me. Dude didn't give me any time to think about it. While Ben and I were talking, scratch that, while Ben was talking to me because he did most of the talking, he brought up how much fun him, I, and James had out in Chicago. Neither of them spent any money. That's another red flag. That's red flag number two. When we went out to eat, etc. I was the one with money each weekend when I went out there. If I am dating someone, I expect for the person to have money, not go and borrow money from so called friends and family members. I expect that my man would have a job and save his money. Both niggas are bums, and with a capital B. I'm so sorry to say James is 49 and Ben is 53, shaking my head. They are both too old to be living pillar to post. They both need to get their lives together. So, yeah, they're both middle-aged. Ben is quite old, quite much older than James is. But James has been dealing with this. I've been dealing with this with James for the past 20 years. Ever since I met him, he was working at the time. I don't know what happened with his money. Probably tricking it off with other women because I wasn't the only woman he was talking to. Ben, he's another one. He's got 3 or 4 girls. He's got grandchildren and nothing to show. No money for Christmas presents. No money for, he lives with people, so he doesn't have his own place either. He owes child support. James owes child support. Neither one is paying. Neither one is trying to better their situation. They both stay with people. So, I mean, finances are fucked up for them too. I've been in my place over 20 years. Okay. I've always had a job. It may not be the same job, but I've always had employment. Always. Everything in here has been bought with cash, tax refund, or given to me. So they can't talk about no one because they're both in a predicament that they can't get themselves out of. At any time, their roommates or whoever they're living with can put them out. And what they're going to do? What are they going to do? They can't come stay here because they need permission to stay here with me. So, um, yeah, finances are, again, like I said, jacked up. They thought either of them were going to lay up with me and not work. No way in hell. So I'm glad I did what I did. I told Ben, and he called me yesterday. I told Ben, look, I need permission, first of all, for you to come and live here. You don't have a plan in action. You're not trying to work. You're not trying to do anything but lay up, watch TV, eat up my food. James, the same thing. He lives with family right now in Milwaukee. He doesn't have a plan. I mean, I don't know if he has have toured Milwaukee and see what type of businesses that are around them that he could go within walking distance and apply at. I'm pretty sure there's fast food places all over the place in Milwaukee. Milwaukee is a very big town, so there should be no excuses why he can't get a job. He also owes child support over $18,000. So, I mean, I don't see how people can take people like this in. Um, I mean, it's pathetic. It's really pathetic. Never again will I go through this again. They've already, well, James have already ruined my life. If it wasn't for James, I'd probably still be in the suburbs of Chicago right about now, living with my mom, or maybe not even living with my mother. I'll probably be getting my own place. Ben, on the other hand, he's been helpful. He's saw to it that when my oldest was a baby, he had diapers. He had clean clothes. He made sure that me and him ate. He made sure that we were taken care of, regardless if he had money or not. But I can't keep going through this. I can't keep going through this, and I'm not going to go through this anymore. They're two grown men without jobs, without money. Um, I just can't deal. But in the words of R&B artist from the 80s, Gwen Guthrie, ain't nothing going on but the rent. You got to have a job if you want to be with me, and that's facts. No romance without finance. In the words of Cardi B in her Up lyrics, broke boys don't deserve no punani. I know that's right. In the year in this year 2022, black women their balance grows by an average of 13%. For black men, it's 11%. Financial statistics that show men carry more debt over women carry 85,169 in total debt on average, while men carry slightly more, 103,702 on average. So, which tells me that black women are still making a little bit more than men, and black men carry more debt than black women. Why is that? It seems like black women are getting a better handle on their finances than men are then. Or black men probably were going to school, um, going to school for something and, just carried on this enormous debt from college, from school. So that's questionable, but that makes, things that make you go, you know, um, So let me read that again, which tells me that black women are still making a little bit more than men, and black men carry more debt than black women. All I know and I see a lot of single black women raising their children by themselves, and it should not be. Where are all the black men? Why are they not present in their children's lives? And it's not all about money. You can still be participating in your children's lives without financially supporting them. Example, attending their sports events, school plays, or parent teacher conferences. In con- oh, I have more to say. Speaking for myself, I've turned down wanting to see Ben due to the fact that he had no plans to obtain employment. He thought he was going to lay up and not do anything. I also told him what I wasn't going to tolerate while he was here. He didn't respond back to any of my texts. All he was focused on was how I treated him when he was on the phone with me. He ignored and didn't reply to my last few texts twice. In response to my text, he said, I need to stop. This is what he says here. I need to stop convicting people when they don't know a text message was sent to me. And I need to give the person a chance to check their phone and stop being petty. Well, the pettiness, um, I, I'll choose to feel the way I feel. I've sent, several important texts that you didn't read. So being petty and all this other bullshit that you were talking about it just flew out the window. Um, the fact of the matter is, you had no game plan when you were going to come up here. You had no type of game plan to find employment. You could have found a job where they paid you under the table if you were worried about them taking it out for child support. But that's kind of slick. Why can't you just get a job, get cash, and directly um, take care of your children? Why do you have to go through child support um, to take care of your kids? You helped bring them into this world. That should be it. There should be no um, you know going, taking your baby daddy to child support to get help from him. I don't play these type of phone games. My response was, there's a lot of things that he needs to start doing that he's not doing. Ben also didn't comment on that. So, in conclusion, what I've learned from this situation is when dating or initially getting to know someone, I need to take things slow with a person, not to be in a rush to invite the person into your home unless he has employment, money saved in the bank, he is responsible, meaning taking care of his children, bills, etc. Also making sure he has his own crib, which is most important.